So it gets really confusing to do it the other direction. Because if somebody's like, I want to get into making a movie or writing a book or just anything, what do you look at? The stuff that exists in the thing that you want to get into.
Yeah.
When you look at the stuff that exists in the thing you want to get into, and it's all just in one very strong direction of just things are horrible, people are dumb, etc.
It really takes a step outside the framework of Matrix here and think like what else could be possible.
It's like, wait a minute, we can make a world where it's like about a bunch of wise wizards trying to like help the world be better instead of them fighting each other. We can do that. And then you have to come up with almost the entire literacy of it from scratch. You have to invent all of the tropes yourself because they don't exist. You have to invent the lingo and like the way of introducing this world and to just build a framework of perception. Almost like how Brandon Sanderson was talking about in one of his lectures, like about vampires, and how if you have a vampire and it has different things in it that a vampire doesn't do, and then why call them vampires at all? Because
how different, basically, if you're going to do something that people know of, how much is worth explaining that it's much different than that? Or like how much effort will it be to explain all the differences if you use the word that exists? Because everyone will think, oh, vampires, they have this, 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 and this. But they're like, yes, they're vampires, but they're different. They're all these other things.
Yeah, so like if you have a vampire and it's like when it's in the sun, it gets more energized and more powerful.
Yeah.
Then it's like you have to explain that, because when people think vampire, they're gonna think dead, undead, and nighttime.
Even if you explain it once, they'll keep reading the vampires, whatever in the sun, and then you'll have to like remind them.
Or even especially if it's like at the end of a story or something, and they go into the sun at the end and get re-energized and regenerate, and they can fight the good guys again. It's like, wait a minute, you have so much explaining to do. So why use the term vampire? So when you're writing a story, say you're writing a novel, and everybody understands a novel to be something full of idiots doing terrible decisions on revenge quests and loyalty and honor and doing all these things for the kingdom, even the horrible things and just everything else. And this is a novel. This is a novel. This is a novel. Then you write a novel and it's not like that. You have so much explaining to do just to get people to wrap their head around, oh, this novel is not a novel. Yeah. But it still is a novel. It's just not all the garbage that comes with it.
And then
so much
and then back to think to do that instead of just to go with the mold, which is to repeat like the miserable stuff that's in these stories and stuff, is an odd thing to do.
Yeah.
It's a different thing to do.
It's possible.
Yeah.
People try. Sometimes you get around to it. And
get around
to it, like accidentally do it, maybe. Yeah. I don't know. Every once in a while there's like shows, like a cartoon that's just like on that side.
This is actually...
And it doesn't have to be like SpongeBob or something where it's just kind of like in the middle. It's not really over there and not really over there. It's just in the middle.
Pretty neutral.
But like to make something actually go in that direction is really complex. Occasionally you get like a romance novel where there's not some stupid misunderstandings and love triangles and whatever else. And there's probably like... I've never read a romance novel at all. But there's probably some out there that are okay. Like, they're not full of morons, which is fine. And that's cool. To make them all intelligent people, that's like